Hey guys, it's your girl B, and welcome to another episode of Unfiltered. Today we have three special guests. One of them isn't here right now, but we're gonna swap them out as we go. So please help me welcome, for now, Alec and Ali. How you guys feeling today?
Good.
How was your travels?
Very simple.
Simple?
Oh
I
my
mean,
God,
you
they had a
from
whole
your
bunch
son-
of kids on the train wilding out.
Oh
but
my
it's
gosh,
okay.
that is the
Elementary
worst.
kids.
That is the worst. Like when I used to take the bus and there's like all these school kids and I'm just like, please get
Oh
me
no,
out.
they were elementary kids, so they were like maybe fourth grade, third grade.
Damn. They were probably coming from somewhere, right? Like a school
Probably.
trip.
But it's funny when you see kids be telling each other off in the most sweetest way.
Were the parents there?
Nah, they're like
oh my goodness, that's even
teachers or something
worse.
like that.
Oh, teachers were there?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
okay.
It was funny. This one girl had her whole shoe off, and the girl's like, she's like, put your shoe on. She's like, oh, but my feet hurt. I was like, you do not know the struggle of walking yet.
those hours at work, aka Amazon.
Oh man, get them blisters.
But anyway, have you guys eaten today? What did you eat?
Yeah, we went to the Macy's, and there was like Auntie Anne's, and I've been waiting to have the little the pepperoni pretzels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been waiting for them. I went to Auntie Anne's like twice last week, and it
Oh really?
it just wasn't.
We went
It wasn't
the
it?
day before our haircut, and he didn't have it. He's like, why every time I want something, they don't have it?
Damn. Well, you finally got it.
I know that's right.
And trust me, he ate that shit up.
Well, let me ask you a question actually. If you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Probably the sandwiches from Wawa.
A sandwich?
I think about that very often. Yes.
For the rest of your life?
Yes, because I can do anything with it, right? Like I can
Okay,
eat it in any
guess. Like
variation.
change out the
Yes,
ingredients.
a sandwich.
But it's a sandwich though, like bread for the rest of
Yes,
your life.
with lettuce, onion, tomato, turkey, and Swiss.
Okay, you simple with it.
Just like that.
Okay. What would you have?
Nah, I need a good meal. I would say my mom's rice and beans with chicken.
was gonna
and some
say
plátanos
rice.
with a slice of avocado.
You know?
Yeah, I can eat that every day. I'm
Not
gonna get
for
fat, but I'm gonna eat
real.
it every day.
But what's your heritage? Like, where's your family from? Like, both of you guys.
I mean, my parents are American, but my dad's family's from the Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay. And you?
Puerto Rican, Portuguese.
Oh, you speak Portuguese?
No.
Okay. That's fire, though.
I mean, I listen to a lot of Portuguese music. The Spanish is almost similar, but there's a slight variant in certain
I
words.
feel like
So I can
Portuguese
understand
and
some of
Spanish is kind of similar, though,
Yeah.
right?
Like I can say certain words and they'll understand me, but certain words that they have that are not translated in Spanish is like a little off. But if I speak Spanish to them, they understand me completely, but not vice versa.
I feel you.
They have more complicated words.
So, I want to ask, so for the people that do not know, you guys are in a,
Polyamorous relationship.
can you explain that?
So I don't follow the regular European concept of monogamy. So I have two boyfriends, one that I'm engaged to and one that both of us are together with. Ali is, new to our relationship. Me and Angelo have been together for 3 years.
3 years. And then how long have you guys been with Ali for?
Like 6 months.
Oh, wow. So it's kind of like newish. So how did you like decide to be open? Like, whose idea was it?
Well, when I first met Angelo, I already told him, like, I'm not a one-man type of guy. I have a lot of energy and I could be a lot of much.
Yeah.
So, it takes two to tie me down. So he was fine. At first, he wasn't okay with it, but,
Yeah.
he got good to the idea.
So
and,
he was more like,
well, because,
what's the difference again?
monogamous.
Monogamous, right?
Yeah.
He was more monogamous before.
but then, he got to the idea, thinking about a third,
Okay.
and,
How does that work? Because I feel like I would be so jealous. Like,
it depends. What do you mean? How does it work in real life or how does it work in the bedroom?
both.
I think it really depends on the way you're looking at it, because I didn't think it was something I was gonna do, honestly, but I think it takes a lot of like emotional like maturity and vulnerability at the same time to be that mature to kind of like be able to check yourself out on two fronts, if that makes sense.
I feel you.
But yeah, you just have to have a lot of patience.
So were you like open to the idea of it before you met them, or did you meet them and go, whoa, like Actually, I don't mind this.
That's kind of how it happened, because before I was like, I would never. I was like, sister, I'm not doing that. Get off the TV. Like I don't know. It just wasn't for. I don't even know how I got here, to be honest. But yeah, some things just happen like that.
So what made you like? What made you feel like, you know what, I can do this?
Well, a lot of times that I would date people and stuff like that, it would be pretty boring.
So it's more fun.
It is more fun. It's interesting to have, separate dynamics go on and stuff like that, and kind of like be able to contribute to different dynamics that already are and make new ones. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So it's definitely been something more interesting for me. I don't like anything that's like kind of like lame.
Okay. And who made the first move? Like when you guys met?
I forgot.
You forgot?
So fun fact. Angelo matched with him on Tinder.
Ooh.
It happens. But when he messaged him, he didn't really show any interest.
Oh, he was bougie with it.
I wasn't bougie, but like Tinder and stuff like that. It's kind of like, oh, bye, bye. They all talking. Yeah. So I don't. To be honest, I don't even know. I think they invited me to hang out. I was just like, oh, okay, why not? And I was bored that day. So
yeah. Okay. So you guys hung out, and then give the spice, give the tea. What happened?
Well, I guess we hung out a few times, went to the movies, and started to get.
So was it like more of a friendship vibe in the beginning?
Well,
that depends on how you ask.
Well, me, to be honest, I'm very freaky. So, you hang out with me. If I'm interested in me, I'm going to show it, If we're laying down, I'm going to feel on you, touching you, you already know what the intent is, right? Mm-hmm. But when we met him, he was funny, he was cute, and me and Angelo was already feeling him. Him and Angelo got, connected, when they first met really well. So I was like, for me, I'm very like compatible with most people. So if they don't really work with me, it ain't me, it's them.
Okay, I feel that.
But yeah, and we hung out a lot more times, and get into the dating phase to understanding each other, and then eventually it was like, it's something he wants. I told him to me, I tell people straight up honesty and everything straightforward. Like, this is what it is. This is who I am. I don't.
So you told him the first time you guys met, like, listen.
Because I don't just be in a relationship with somebody for no reason. I don't date around to figure these out. If I commit to somebody, I'm gonna commit to them hard. Okay,
so speaking of commitment, how does that work? Because it's 3 of you. Are you guys still in a closed relationship?
Yes.
So you do not date anyone outside of
no
you 3. Okay, so if you spoke to someone else or did something with someone else, you'd consider it cheating, right?
Well, I'm very open-minded to the sexual thing. I don't think sex should be limited in that aspect. But like if, let's say, Ali or Angelo or me were feeling somebody and we all thought he was cute, then, choo-choo.
Not choo-choo.
Because I'm very open with it. Like, I don't
not
see that.
The train, I'm crying.
So it is what it is,
Okay, what if like you meet someone that's really attractive, but they're like, nah, I'm not feeling them, I'm just feeling you.
Then they kick the door and eat dust.
Ooh, so it's a no?
Yep.
But what if you really
it'd be
like
the
that
price
person,
is right. Like, you gotta.
Damn. So how does it work in the bedroom?
Depending.
Like, do you guys, are you guys always together? Like when you're doing your thing, or are there times when it's like, nah, like I want to just have sex with you?
Well, it's never like that.
Yeah.
I would say
are there moments where sometimes it's just the both of you and you just do it?
Well, you know how like we're all human. Sometimes we're in the mood, sometimes we're not, Let's say there are like times where I'm just like tired, not in the mood, and then them two get it on. I'll sit there and watch,
Oh,
I'll play my game, look to the right and see them getting on. I'm like, hearing that cheek clap and everything. So, ain't nothing wrong with that. And then, sometimes I would not be in the mood, but then I see them getting on. I'm like, you know what? That's turning me on. Let me get up in there.
Damn. Okay.
So, but, we're all human. Sometimes we're not in the mood. Sometimes we're not. Sometimes me and Angela will get at it. I mean, I don't know about Ali. Ali always in the mood.
Oh, so you freaky.
He always in the mood.
Yeah, stamina. What? Stamina.
He's always in the mood.
Okay. Let me ask you, are you guys like all gay or are any of you bi, like
Nah,
attracted to
all
women?
gay.
I feel like it
Really?
depends on the day.
Really?
Yes.
No, he
So
being goofy.
you found a woman attractive before though?
Well, yeah, it's a little bit different for me because I think I don't really understand like the binary of sexuality. I just think that you're attracted to who you're attracted to in general.
Yeah.
But so yes, I found like women attractive before, but it hasn't gone further than that.
Okay. Cause I have gay friends and some of them they'll see girls with like a fat ass and they're like, whoa, and I'm like, why you look at that? And they'll be like, nah, like she
I
looks
mean,
good.
who don't want to give her girl her flowers? You know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
true, but he would tell me that he finds some females attractive. Like he'll
I
check
mean,
them
I
out.
find other women attractive. I just would not pursue them. If
Have
that's what you
you
mean.
pursued a woman? Well, done anything with a woman before?
No.
Have you?
Not exactly. It's like more like high. It's
I
like
mean, I've made out with girls.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
what I'm saying. It's like
high school
lesbian
and
stuff.
college. High
I
school
feel
and
you. I
college,
feel you.
crazy things happen, but there was no like sexual intent in it. But it was just like messing around, like spin the bottle, or oh, I dare you make out with me, and I'd be like, girl, I know how to kiss, and she'd
So
be like,
it
show
wasn't
me.
like you and a girl alone, and you like, oh, I'm
Nah,
about to kiss her. No.
nah, I leave that to the straight man.
Okay. Would you ever like do an orgy, or is that where you draw the line? Like, nah.
Like I said, no limits.
Really?
You only need
Would you
two.
be open to
You
it
only
too?
need two more people
Yeah,
for an
just
orgy.
depends on the day, really.
I mean, I kind of like,
It'd be like Caligula.
in a way, it's like at least you guys are open and honest with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because in a lot of it's monogamous, right? When it's just two people.
Yeah.
I always get it confused.
One-on-one is monogamous. Anything beyond that is polyamorous. But it depends though, because people sometimes confuse polyamory with open relationships. Open relationships, you're still one-on-one, but you will not date outside of your relationship.
Okay.
So sometimes it's like a little confusing when people like that, because they're like, oh, you're just in an open relationship. It's like, no, I'm in love and together and building a life with two people. It's not just one person and I'm just raising my freak flag with them, you know?
So do you think you'd never be able to be in like a 2-person relationship?
Nah.
You just couldn't?
Even my culture, like, if you dig deep in, Latino culture, before, Manifest Destiny and the whole colonization, no one was really monogamous to begin with. There used to be men with multiple wives or wives with multiple men. That was the nature of, our ancestors, but you know how that went.
I would do anything interesting. I think because I just moved back to New York after, because I grew up in Queens, but I just moved back to New York in like last June or July.
Oh, so you're in a different state?
I was in Virginia. It was whack.
Oh.
But the thing about it is like me moving here is and getting into a polyamorous relationship and being in New York. Everything that happened is so 2025 New York is really trendy. I think it's really a sign of the times, the kinds of things that I'm doing right now.
And it's 2025 for real.
Like seriously, like sister,
Right?
you see what's happening out here?
But
I don't know.
how did you feel in the beginning though? You were nervous, like,
I don't know if I was nervous. It was just kind of the way that it like flowed, because I don't know. I guess it was kind of already like I was dating a few people already.
Yeah.
So it was like, for me to date two more, it was like, and stick with them, it just wasn't really a thing for me. I'm a person that needs a lot of attention. I like having a lot of attention. I like, what I'm saying, being able to be affectionate and stuff like that. So I guess it kind of just made sense for the type of person I am. But I think a lot of people have a hard time admitting that to themselves.
Okay. But did knowing that they were engaged, did it like intimidate you or no?
I'm not gonna say it intimidated me, but I mean this in like the best way possible, but I'm kind of honestly, I'm a little bit airheaded, so I just really didn't think about it.
Yeah.
To be honest. So
you were just like, let me just try this out and see how it goes.
Yeah. Actually.
Okay.
So it's
And
been
it
working
flow
out.
naturally, so
Right?
now he with us.
Exactly.
I think that things, when things just happen with the flow of time and just naturally happen, then they're usually meant to be, rather than things that are just planned and then, you just let things flow.
Live in the moment. How would marriage work? Like, if you guys wait, are you open to being married too or engaged too?
Well, in a general sense, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I've always had my own opinions about marriage because I don't, in my opinion, in the general traditional sense, I don't think marriage really proves anything. Either you're gonna be with somebody or not. Now, as a
That part.
novelty, yeah, it's cute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's, and I wouldn't, I've never minded if, or I've always been open to the idea that my partner might want something like that
Yeah.
because it is something that's kind of like something that people look forward to within a relationship, like the same thing like with kids and stuff like that. But as for me, like, so yeah, I'm open to it, but it's not necessarily something that I ever really wanted or needed because I just think if I'm going to be with something, I'm going to be with them.
And how did your parents like feel? Did you tell them about it?
Did I tell them about the polyamory
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
No, because it's kind of weird with my parents right now,
I
but
mean, sometimes things are better left unsaid, to be honest.
my no, but my dad is pretty, he's more into the untraditional relationship types too. He's more into the open relationship type.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's kind of like they're kind of younger, so they're more open to different things and stuff like that. But I told my sister, and she was like, "Why would you do that?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know. I just kind of felt like it,
Yeah.
like, you know." But you know, she talks to them and stuff like that, and she's pretty friendly with them. She likes them.
Okay,
So
okay.
that was a big thing for me. I just really wanted them to get along with my friends and family.
Yeah.
Surprising that his sister and me got like so much in common. We play the same type of video games.
Oh, that's
know
so
the same type of
nice.
lores. Like we just be going on for hours, and he just be like, "Oh, you're a clone of her."
But how does like a work in terms of like making sure the other person feels loved too? Because it's three of you. You know what I'm saying?
I think about that very often, and I make sure personally to do
Yeah.
check-ins with them individually
Oh,
because
that's
they
so
are
cute.
individuals.
Yeah.
And I think about that a lot. I think they're very used to being together and stuff like that. And it's not something that I'm personally used to. I'm used to being, not that I'm not, but I'm used to moving as my own person, you know what I'm saying? And there's certain things that I consider now and stuff like that, but I try really hard to make sure that I'm getting what I need to say across and
Yeah.
making sure that I'm understanding everything before I say something, because I think it's really easy to get things misconstrued and, you know, people just kind of shut down sometimes and be quiet. So I try really hard to ask a lot of questions because I feel like that's the only way to make sure I'm all the way sure about things.
It's really good because so when it comes to like emotion, like I show emotion more differently than Angelo does. Angelo more likes the more cuddling, kissing, all that type of stuff. For me, it's like I show my, you know, interest and stuff like that differently.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm more of a supportive role. So like finances, you know, getting your schedule corrected,
So you all have, like,
school
different
related, getting
roles.
degrees, like, stuff like that. Like I'm more focused on that, like getting his financial aid filled out, you know, like the documental type, right?
Yeah.
Ollie and him fits well with when it comes to like, you know, cuddling, kissing, you know, the smooshy mooshies too. I'm not much
Yeah.
of a mushy person. I'm more of, because, you know, there is a big age difference between me and them.
Yeah.
I'm more raised on like, to me, showing affection is like supporting your family.
Doing stuff for you.
Yeah.
I'm like that too. Yeah.
So when you were talking about the marriage thing, like me, I would definitely throw a big wedding and, you know, do them both. But the
Wait,
only
let's
thing
see
is,
the jewelry first of all. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
so these are actually our engagement rings. This one right here.
Oh, that is so cute.
And then, yeah, I have a thing for gold. You know how like
Yeah.
everyone has like something they are a hobby of collecting? Me is jewelry.
Okay. Let me see, because the engagement rings are different. Like you don't find people with engagement
So
rings
these
that
are
look
all
like
bought.
that.
These were made.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I bust my ass hard in Amazon, extra shifts
Not Amazon.
for like almost 3 months. Saved up every penny to make 3 replicas of this ring.
What made
You'll
you
see
like?
Angelo's later. So
What made you pick that design? Because it's very different.
because it shows strength.
It stands out. I like it.
It's like strength, and I love that. So there's like 3 stones in here. The centerpiece is to represent the person's type of thing. So mine's like
Okay.
emerald. Ali has sapphire in the center.
Oh,
Piece.
it's black, right? Is it black?
It's like dark sapphire. It's a darker shade of sapphire.
Okay.
And
Are we
Angela
gonna
has
get
a
into-
ruby.
Okay, I think.
You'll see his later. But
Okay, let's swap.
when I was saying about the marriage thing, I would do a ceremony, but when it comes to like certificates and stuff like that for the government, I wouldn't be able to because you
No.
can't get married to 2 people.
Oh. So, guys, this is Angelo, the third party. We're gonna give it up for Angelo.
Thank you, thank
So
you.
let's get into your ring because we saw the other two.
This is my engagement
Okay,
ring.
so yours is like a red, right?
Yeah, mine is a ruby.
Ooh, I like that it's like all different colors.
Yeah, so it has actually all three colors. It has the other two colors right here on the side, and my main color right on the top.
Just like mine. Mine has rubies and sapphires on the sides, and Ali has emeralds and
nice.
rubies on the side.
So you guys are all like jewelry people. I
Mostly,
see.
it's mostly
Me.
Alec,
Really?
and he
So-
likes us to have jewelry
Yeah.
also. I'm not much of a ring person because I don't like how they
Yo,
get in between my fingers. And
you can't. No one should make you guys mad. Like, if you knock them out, they done.
Hey, you know what? You know what it really was. You know, I only have so many fingers, so I was like, you know what?
so he's using ours.
I'm using theirs. Using their
Okay.
wrists and bracelets and stuff. I'm like,
No
if I'm
problem.
gonna look all shiny gold, they're gonna look all shiny gold because I run with
Obviously.
who I'm with.
Okay. So, the both of you guys were together first, right?
Yeah.
Were you guys in a monogamous relationship before? You decided to
Sorry,
add a
when
third
we
party?
first started, when I first met Alec, it was first of all, it was weird how we met. We met on an app.
Ooh, what app?
We're not gonna discuss that.
We met
But
on an
we
app.
conversated on the app, but we decided to meet up at a location that I gave to him, and
He didn't tell me what it was, so I show up. He said he wants to hang up. I was bored that day,
Yeah.
so I was like, "Fuck it, okay." So,
So it's your hangouts
the
all come from
same.
boredom. What's going on?
so I go. I
Mm-hmm.
show up. It's a funeral.
Wait, your first day was a funeral?
When I went to go meet him, it was at a funeral. His sister's husband funeral.
Where you guys first met at a funeral?
Yes, and you want to know what he told me? Because I'm very shy around
Yeah.
people at the beginning. So when I got there, I'm shy and everything. He's
Yeah.
the one more talkative, so that made it work even more. But he's like, "Oh, his nephew's coming." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Oh, just in case, be prepared to drive out quickly because there's a whole bunch of gangs here, motorcycle
Gangs?
gangs."
gangs.
Oh,
I said, "What?"
I would have read.
I told him that, you know, in case,
Yeah.
because they're rival banker gangs for the funeral, so they all hated each other, and they all have Pennsylvania. Everyone has guns, so I would told him like, you know, yeah, this is kind of awkward, but you know, just in case you got to do it, I'm gonna jump in the car with my nephew and gonna drive away when they have a shootout.
Wait, this is a lot. For the first time
For
meeting
the
up,
first time,
like funeral, motorcycle gangs,
I
what's
don't
going
know.
on?
I don't
Hey,
know.
if he didn't run away now, he ain't running away at all.
He stayed. He said, I'm going to take this.
He loved the danger.
No, but I don't know what made me stay there, but I did
Yeah.
stay, and we hung out a few times more after that.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we got more into talking, then he had told me like there's at that time I think there was like 4 more people he was talking to.
Damn.
I told you I was
4 more?
polyamorous, so I was, you know,
He was
talking
to 4 more
around.
people. And
So was he
at
like,
that
nah,
time,
you the main one though, but there's 4 more?
No.
Fun fact.
We was talking. It wasn't even a dating thing. He was
Getting
talking
to
to
know
all of
phase.
them.
Okay, okay.
So when it got to that point where I got to meet everybody else, he was still talking to them, and one by one they just disappeared. It wasn't me. But
Okay. Clock it.
You know what they say, like time reveals truth, and you know, the ones that stay, you know who stays and who goes.
Yeah.
So time went by, they all excused themselves out one by one, you know. That's a
Yeah.
nicer way of saying they fucked. But okay. And there was a lot of tough times where, you know, he could have went, you know, hung out with them, did stuff with them, or whatever case was, but he instead chose to stay with me.
Wait, you talking about the people you were speaking to?
yeah.
Yes.
How
So like
would
there was
you-
We
like
had-
a little moment where we were gonna, you know, all mess around.
Oh.
Well, it was 4 of us, but we went to Pride, and then after Pride we ended up at a hotel because some friends of ours were there, and also the people he was talking to.
Yeah.
2 of them at the time. So we were planning to do something together, the 4 of us. He was tired, so he went to the other room, went to sleep. So I just went to the other room
Yeah.
and went to sleep with him, and they, you know, did whatever
They did their thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
from there. I feel like that's what gave him like this is the one that
Oh, that's so cute. So
from there on,
how long
we
were
had
you
contact.
guys like monogamous for before you?
I was monogamous when he met me.
Yeah.
He started the polyamorous thing. He was the one who brought it up to me. At the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, I was a little bit, I came a little bit territorial, a little bit
Yeah.
jealous. There's some things that I don't like.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, I was kind of like that. And mostly that I used to live in PA.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a long distance thing. So I would come here and he would
Oh.
sometimes go over there. We would make it work like that. But he was still talking to people here. So
Mm.
sometimes I would get jealous and I would explain to him, like, I feel some type of way about this.
What
and
would
that,
make you jealous? Like,
it was mostly the sexual stuff.
because he was doing it without you?
Yeah, it was mostly because of that. Because
He
I felt
wanted
like
to
he
be
was
part
so.
of the
I wanted
fun.
to be involved.
So you had more FOMO.
Yeah, I wanted to be involved. That's literally what it
Okay, I
was.
feel you.
And then I was pushing to move here with him because he was waiting to move to a bigger apartment,
Yeah.
and I was pushing to moving with him, and I ended up moving here.
Aww. So is Ali, is he the first person you guys had like into your relationship with like the three of you?
Yes, he's the first person we've actually brought into the relationship, like us being together already, and bringing somebody else in.
So before that, it was just you guys messing around, maybe together
Yeah.
with someone else.
Well, we try to talk to other people, but it just doesn't work out with them because you see, when it comes to polyamorous relationship, you can't really have an individualist mentality. You can't just go think that, everything's to you, the world revolves around you, you do what you want, all you want. Yes, independency is good, but when you're in a polyamorous relationship, trying to be completely independent doesn't work. You need more of a community type mentality because you're
not
dating
just
two
one
people.
other person.
And when you hurt one person, you're gonna hurt both.
I feel you. You think you could add another person?
I think we
Well,
could.
Ali, is fresh, so we'll see
Yeah.
how the thing goes down the line. But my more goals right now, because we already got, we've been looking for a third, and we found Ali. So my next step is to get a house, have kids, stuff like that. That's
How
more
will
what
that
I'm going to.
work?
You know how many
Actually,
kids he wants?
how many kids you want?
6.
Oh, it's gonna be a full house.
First of all, ask him who's gonna take care of the kids because it ain't him.
Oh,
Well,
that's true.
It's called Nannies and Maids.
It's gonna be called me.
Damn. Wait, so you guys want to do it through like a sperm?
So the
surrogate
way
type
it
thing.
works is
Okay.
like, because science, went so far, so they can actually have a child with our DNA
Yeah.
along with woman's
So
egg.
you wouldn't do it the traditional way.
No.
He would not such a way.
Well, you couldn't even do it the traditional way. If you wanted,
he paused.
if you wanted a child with both our, you wouldn't be able to do it. It has to go through scientific
Wait,
means.
you want both of your DNAs?
That's what he wants. Yeah.
Does that is that possible?
Yeah.
Like DNA of two men?
It's there's a way to make it that, you can have the child to have both parents' DNA, but it's like a whole like nip tuck. With the stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
He researched more into that. For what I've heard before, is there's some women that have had kids from two different dads, twins.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you talking about that? Like a woman
No, I
has
mean, like,
twins
there's a
of-
way to have our DNA show, like make the child. I don't know all the way because it's a lot. It was a lot to read. It was too much to read.
Yeah.
But it's a way of trying to
Researching.
make the sperm like kind of like an egg.
Okay.
So what I wanted was one boy, one girl from me and Angelo, one boy, one girl between
you need
me
to get
and
that money
Ali.
up.
He wants 6
What,
kids, girl.
each child will cost about $1 million to produce.
Damn.
$1 million.
So you might as well just do it the traditional way.
No, it's just too many complications when you do it the traditional way, because there are times like people will give birth and then they want the child. They're like, oh, what? I ain't trying to do all that.
That's true.
I read too many cases where a surrogate gave birth and they used her egg, and then she gives birth to the child, and then she's like, oh, I want to keep the child, and it's like, no. So
Okay, I feel you. So let's get into the spice of it. What happens in the bedroom? Like, do you guys use toys? Like, what is the vibe?
Oh
I
man.
don't know why I'm picturing like dungeon, handcuffs, red room.
Girl,
Oh, we ain't got
I
no
wish.
space for that yet.
I
But
wish. But we rarely use toys. I feel like,
Really?
yeah, we rarely use toys. It's mostly just between all three of us, so
Mm-hmm.
we don't really need to. And then you can get every size you need.
Do you guys record it?
No,
no.
Okay.
Very private about things like that, which is why I don't take pictures of like nudity or send people anything like that. There's no nudity of me in existence, and I prefer to keep it that way because in this society, I feel like people need to feel ashamed to not be so like loose sometimes when it comes to that.
That's
Like
true.
I understand being sexually free, but like you don't need to expose yourself to amuse somebody to have interest in you. I
Not
feel
for
like if
real.
somebody,
I would never like
it's
record
because
myself.
there's so many times where I feel like some people will, like, I'll give you an example. Like if somebody hits up on you, right,
Mm-hmm.
and they see your face, so they message you because obviously they think you're attracted or whatever the case is. But
Yeah.
then they're like, send me nudes, and then you say no, and they're like, oh, then how am I supposed to know I'm interested? Then why did you message me?
I feel like that's because people just want to have sex with you, and they just want to know what they're getting.
Yeah.
Basically, they don't want to put in the effort to
Just
actually
encrypt it
go.
in your memories.
And then
Yeah.
it just like kills the vibe right away because it's like,
Yeah.
if you find me attractive and you want to message me, then that's all that should matter because, you know, I know these days people prefer messaging online. They don't really see the face to face. But if we were out in the street and you thought I was attractive, you're not going to come up to me and be like, you got nudes, right? You would try to get my number. You would try to talk to me. You would try to get to
Exactly.
know me. And I feel like that's more like sensible value rather than just random, oh, hey, I think you're cute. You got nudes? No? Oh, never mind. I'm not interested. It's like, okay, bye. You think I care? There's a lot of times that we do get hit on by people and they do this nonsense. And I just be
Yeah.
like, am I supposed to be hurt because you're not interested in me? I have 2 boyfriends. You think I care
Like,
what you think? Bye.
But
I
if you
feel
could
like-
bring, oh, sorry.
No,
What
I
you
feel like
saying?
that's why it takes time to get to know people and actually interact with people. I feel like the only reason why we were able to actually get with a third person is because he was actually interested in getting to know us and not just like for the sex.
Like, hit it, quit it.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people do that, and that's the problem why you don't really get to know people that
Yeah.
nowadays, because mostly in
They're
the gay
just trying to
community.
smash. My friend was
They're just
telling me
trying to
this
fuck with
too
you.
yesterday. It's crazy. He's gay and he told me like in the gay world, men just want to smash
Yeah,
and he's tired of it.
Like that's when you know men are men. They're gonna wanna listen.
So you think it's just a man thing?
I
Like,
think women also want to have sex, but I don't think it's as much as men.
Okay.
And in the gay community, they show it.
Oh, too much.
Damn. Okay,
Too
let me
much.
ask you. One celebrity you can bring them into your bedroom for the day. Who would it be?
Oh my god.
There's so many choices.
He has one that he likes.
Oh,
His name is Tiger.
yes, Tiago Pantaleo. He could get it up
Really?
and down, left, right, sideways. Like,
He's a great
what?
guy.
This
Really?
Brazilian singer, Tiago, he is so sexy. Like, and his voice is like an angel, but body like a devil. Like,
Ooh,
God.
okay.
His work skills on point, but he's very, very cute. I have a thing for curly hair. So,
Yeah, I love. Oh, I
If
see.
you
I
have-
can tell. Like,
so you've noticed, like, I have a type that I'm attracted to that I don't know, something about it just compels me to them. Like, I love curly hair. That's one thing for sure.
Just like the Spanish boys.
right?
That's what it is.
Okay, let me ask you guys. Is there like any celebrity that's straight that you like? Nah, I'm convinced they are on the other team, man. Like they are definitely on our team. They gay.
Um,
Trying to think.
I don't know.
Celebrity like movies or singers?
Any celebrity that you like.
Well, I know Angela's probably thinking about Bad Bunny.
But he needs to be
Nah,
bisexual
I used
or
to
something.
think that too. Like,
my
are you
husband.
sure?
Like, I already know because we went to Macy's and he saw Bad Bunny in the Calvin Klein underwear and he was just like, ooh. I said, oh my God, pick your jaw off the floor.
So you think he could be like low key
You don't think
undercover?
I like Bad Bunny? I think listen, the way he was kissing that man in that stage, he gotta be bisexual or something. Please.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna play a game called Yay or Nay. So I'm basically gonna give you like a few statements, and you can say yay if you agree with it, or nay if you don't, and just explain why.
Okay.
Cool?
Got it.
Okay. So, first one night stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Did you like do one night stands before, like you were in relationship with each other?
Oh my God. So we did hook up with somebody, right? And the person messaged me through my phone, but he thought it was Angelo's phone, right?
Damn.
So he messaged me, we hook up. Angelo, this is when Angelo was still living in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
He goes back to Pennsylvania and then he starts blowing up my phone thinking it's him, right? And he's like, oh, I love you. I'm in love with you. Be my man. Dump him. You don't need him. I'll take care of you. And I'm just like,
How did he get it mixed up?
no, it's the point that you're a one night
because-
stand that you go cuckoo.
Most of our pictures are both of us together, and like when we're at the apps, and our pictures are both of us together. So, and this, I think there was 2 times that this happened
Yes.
before, with 2 different people.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Then they
And
like
it's
leave
like,
your
you're
man. I'm just
crazy.
like, man, I just met you. What
Damn,
the-
so you must be doing it good if they catching feelings.
Man, oh,
That's
that guy
so
was
weird.
going, he was about to go crazy.
Damn, was he good looking? Why didn't you add him to the relationship?
No, he was not.
He was- no,
nah,
but he
he was
wasn't
not in a relationship.
interested.
It was just a one night stand. You know, I'd be very straightforward with people, like, because there's times that people will message us and be like, oh, even now that since I have, pictures of me, Angelo, and Ali all over my Instagram, there's people that
Yeah.
hit on it. They're like, oh, you need a 4th, and I'd be like, no,
Oh, what if they're
No.
really cute?
no,
I
I
feel
don't.
like right
no.
now,
Cute is
we
not
have enough.
enough. Cute is not enough. You know,
It's
there's
vibes
so-
too.
so many goals that all 3 of us have that we're doing right now, that just having somebody just join a relationship because they're cute, you're just setting yourself up for someone to just
Yeah,
come in and
that's
destroy
true.
everything.
That's true.
You know, like me, I'm more, Angelo is focusing on his education right now. So is Ali. Me, I'm working on trying to get the house and stuff, and then on top of work and all that
Oh,
stuff.
that's really good.
So we have like goals where we're
So
setting.
you're like pushing each other to be better.
yeah.
That's amazing.
You know, it's funny because Ali is pushing me to be more polite. Because me, I'm more of like, demand.
His
Yeah.
Demand. Like,
So that's
So
good. You
he's been, like-
balance each other out.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
He teaches me how to like be more like, oh, say please, or say thank you for,
Okay.
even the small things,
Okay.
So, I'm getting used to be a little bit more kinder and less ruthless, because I could be ruthless.
He
Oh,
can.
trust me, I know. I've seen.
See, Angel's like sweet, I'm sour. And
Okay.
Ali's like right in the middle.
Perfect
He's like a mix of both of us,
combination. Okay,
actually.
that's good. That's good.
It really is, because there's a lot of things that I'm interested in that I talk about, and he'll sit there and watch all the stuff that I'm like showing him and actually
Oh,
be
that's
interested.
nice.
Angelo will be like, it's boring, I don't care. But then there's things that him and Angelo have that I'm just like, ugh,
He doesn't care.
Enjoy.
like them dolls collecting. Oh,
Well, like he was saying, we all have something that we like to
Yeah.
have. He like his jewelry. I like my bags, and he like his
Everyone's
dolls.
different. Yeah, you're not the same person.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. OnlyFans. Yay or nay?
No.
Nay.
Nay?
I'm
You wouldn't do for a really good check?
listen. I
No.
created one
I feel
before.
like you guys would make so much money. Like, what?
I created
You know
one
when
before,
people
but I
would be
never
like
did
3.
nah, I would make so much more
Spanish.
money doing crypto and keep my,
Okay.
privacy, rather than, flaunt my stuff for perverts to
Okay.
jerk off to.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. You gotta survive in this world, but I'm too smart that I know what to do, that I don't need to be
Yeah.
doing that.
I'm not gonna lie, it went through my mind sometimes.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Blame
just saying,
Amazon.
like, as someone that wouldn't even watch it, but I know, like, if I was someone that was in marketing, I feel like you guys would make some good money off that.
Amazon be giving him that hint because they be driving,
They be driving me insane. I just be like, okay,
Okay, so nay for OnlyFans?
nay.
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 I created one before, but I didn't post anything.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you were kind of like,
I was.
Yeah, one foot
so
in.
it was like, and then you were like, nah.
No, it's not for me.
Not for me.
Because you imagine I walk outside and somebody like seeing.
Actually, I heard stories like that. People finding people that they saw on OnlyFans and murdering them. Yes.
Why would you murder them
That's too
though?
much.
Obsession. They wanted more than just the fantasy.
Oh no, that is scary. Okay.
I leave a little teaser here and there though on my Instagram.
I mean, it's no different
Wait,
from
thirst trap.
Okay.
performers and stuff like that. There is always some stalker
It's
out there.
scary. Okay, another one. Going through your partner's phone, yay or nay?
Yeah.
He has my password.
Damn,
Yeah,
so you
mine.
guys have each other's passwords?
See me, I get bored of my own
I don't
phone, so I be
remember, so I
going
don't
into
care.
his phone. I be
Oh.
going into Ali's phone just to be nosy and just to be bored.
It's mostly him.
Me, yeah.
I would
Damn.
say yeah.
I feel like you
but
the head honcho in the relationship. Like you the daddy.
Like I say, he's the pillar. He when it comes to both of us, he's the main person. Like you say, he's the provider and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he likes to provide and help us and push us to do better.
Mm-hmm.
But he's mostly the one who'll be going through our phones because he be bored and he goes in there either on his Instagram. When he's done with his Instagram, he goes to mine.
Wait, let me
scrolling.
ask.
We have
So,
different algorithms, so you know.
in the bedroom, is it like that too? Like, are you the dominant one?
Well, it really depends on who's doing who at that time.
Okay, okay.
You know, because we're both versed, so we like it all.
Yeah.
So you know, it depends on who's doing what at what time. You know.
I feel like
Okay.
I give what
But
you
I think
ask.
it's like mostly flowing. Now, if you want to say like who's more aggressive and who's more submissive, I'm more aggressive. I would say. I know how to be submissive, but me being submissive, like let's say if I was the one taking it, right? I would still be dominant while taking it.
I feel you. I feel you.
I don't know. This is my nature.
But how are you dominant while taking it though?
Girl,
No,
When
I
you
thought
when you
about it.
put when you lay that man down and you get on top of him and you put his hands behind and you ride him. Yeah. When he think he gonna be
Okay.
smacking. Yeah, you wanted to know.
Okay. Now I get it. I get it.
He just laid out and you just dominating him.
Okay. And what do you have to say that like to people that like hate on it? Like, ew, why would you do that? Like that is so weird.
Your sex is boring. Whack. Boo.
I just feel like people need to be more open-minded. Like, if it's not for you, it's not for you, of course. But if it's something that you want to explore, you can. When you get to know the people, and instead of cheating on your husband, cheating on your wife, why don't you talk about it and be
Yes.
like, let's.
So you feel like male and female should do it too, or be open to
I
it
feel
too?
like women and men can do it. It doesn't matter. But instead of cheating on your husband or your wife, or if you're not bisexual or anything like that, like try something new to see if it will work. If it doesn't, then let it go. But
Yeah, because a lot of times I feel like people need to be more open with each other. Like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you should feel completely safe with your partner no matter what. If this is somebody that you see yourself with for a long time, do not be afraid to talk about any kinks, anything sexual. You know, be open
because
about
to
it.
each their
Speak
own.
about
Even
it.
if your other person doesn't like it, you'll
because
find
you
someone
won't
that
be
does.
surprised
Or they'll
what
try.
the other person might be into that you are also into.
Right?
And you know, I would say this sometimes, you know, people don't even know that they're into something until they try it out, you know? And I feel like since people feel like there's some type of shame in it, they don't want to speak about it, then they close themselves off. And then there's a desire that they want to pursue, but they can't because they're afraid their partner will judge them. Like sometimes if this is somebody that you love.
But you don't think it's compromise sometimes?
I feel like it would be mostly
I would think it's like building
communication.
trust also. Because if you feel like you could openly say like, okay, I want to try this sexual thing out, even if it doesn't work out, the fact that you guys did it together kind of builds, you know, trust.
And I feel like that will be better to communicate with your partner, because they say if you want to do that with your partner and then you felt afraid to tell your partner and went and did it somewhere else,
Yeah.
it's worse. It's better to communicate because you don't know if your partner is gonna say, okay,
That's true.
I'm with it. Let's try it.
Okay, let me ask you, because you said before your relationship you were monogamous, right?
Yes.
So now that you're in a polyamorous relationship, right? Do you feel you more English more
More open, yes.
more open now?
Yes.
Like, do you think you prefer being open now compared to a monogamous relationship?
I feel like at that time I was a lot younger, and at that time I had that idea of monogamy already, and that's what I was rolling with. But I feel like now I'm more open, and I'd rather be more open than, because I feel like I did get bored of people, and then instead of going out there and doing something, I would break up with them, and then
because of boredom.
yes.
But now that you
It sounds
can be,
bad, but
yeah,
I was bored.
I get it though, because now it's like there's no shame. Like you can be open with your
Yeah.
partner. So I get it.
But
Okay.
what it is.
Well, we have reached the end of this beautiful episode. Any last words or anything you guys want to say?
Nothing much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here.
Good luck at Amazon. We're shouting you out.
We might have a part 2 of this. This was a juicy.
Girl, you got my number. You got his number too.
Nah, for real. We need to go out actually.
We do.
Right? Nah, we will soon.
We do. I'm
Oh,
planning.
we waiting for this weather to get
I
hot.
wanna do something for my birthday next month. It's on April 28th.
Oh,
I wanna do something.
Let me know. We outside. It's gonna be hot. Like
It should be
Yeah.
warm.
Oh, what Ali waiting for the summer?
He's
He is like, he's been looking
me
at the
too.
sun and said to come now.
me too. Well, we have reached the end of the episode. Thank you so much for being a part of this pod, guys. I loved it. Don't be strangers. If you guys enjoyed this, comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you want me to speak on next. Bye. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
That's right.
I need water.